Hi, kids. Long time no see. God, it's been days. And I feel like, I don't know, somehow, like, when I'm not with you, I feel so alone. Truly. I feel like you're part of my family now. And the reason I say that and everything is the whole love thing. We're back into that again. Um, but just wanted to try to tell you that I do love you. But anyway, hey kids, I got to really about my presidential announcement and that I was running for president of these fine United States. I got to really confess to you kids, I've had a revelation, and I really, how can I put this? I didn't think, well, I straight up, okay. I told you I'd never lie to you, so here comes once again the honesty part. Um, Frankly, I thought, I'll give you, okay, brutal honesty here, folks. I thought Romney was a lying, a untruth telling, pretty intelligent moron. And that his basic personage and history are self-evident of the kind of guy he is. And I thought, overall, if you have like $250 million, conservative estimate, invested all over the globe, and I say invested, I'm saying in Grand Cayman Islands bank accounts, Swiss bank accounts, and all that, and you're not willing enough. You're putting yourself out there as a man. And when I say man, a man, a woman, you're putting out a man as a representative of whatever sex or species you are. Say species. That you're supposed to be the highest part of creation. Really, as highest as God has created. And therefore, it gives you a certain amount of responsibilities to be what God has created you to be, is honest to a fault and open. Okay, I need to take my glasses off so I can look straight in the eye for this. All right. I don't know. The whole deal is I'm going to release 2 years of my income. I'll release all of mine. And anybody that's rich ought to do the same. I'm rich, and I'm proud that I'm rich because I made my money in a above board manner. Now, to me, it just, I don't know, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you got something to hide, don't show it. And that's the feeling behind a lot of even Republicans as well as Democrats. That being said, I'm not getting into politics here. That's just my grok on that. Now, I think I've already stated that I'm pretty disappointed in Obama, and that a lot of the things he said he was going to do, he did not do. A lot of the people that got us into the financial mess that we're in right now are still running the show. Geithner et al. But the point I'm trying to make, folks, okay, is meet the new boss, same as the old boss. The old farts, remember that from the Who song, meet the new. But anyway, I digress. The point I'm trying to make, it's not giving a lot of hope to the human race. And that's why I decided I throw my hat in the ring, because I figure I'm no worse than any other asshole that's running. Now, I had no faith, I lost faith in the Green Party, being as, quite frankly, in other countries they're making massive amounts of progress. They hold muchly government posts there. And for the good of those countries, I might add. Because, I mean, they're ecological, they're recyclable, they're taking care of the planet as well as encouraging the growth of the common people. Growth intellectually, economically, etc., but not going into that. But the Green Party is really working well for Europe. In this country, for some reason, people just can't click with it. And I think a large part of the problem, people are going to take a while to get over it, is the Ralph Nader thing. because, quite frankly, people looked at Ralph Nader, may or may not be true, as a spoiler in elections and ended up hating the Green Party for ending up putting pieces of crap like George Bush and whatnot in office twice. In other words, like, they're saying Green Party siphoned off votes from the Democrats who might have had a chance. Now, much as I'd like to say that was true, I have to say, really, I think it was mostly a point of crooked poll takers and people being bought off in a big scam both in Florida and in Ohio, the first and second Bush administrations. But like 9/11, will the truth ever be found out? It's hiding with the Kennedy assassination, who off Kennedy, you know? So, but basically this year, okay, I was kind of like, I was voting for Obama rather than Romney. Straight up, folks. I started investigating the Green Party. They have a retired school teacher who ran against Romney who's right on. Okay, not only that, a personal friend of mine who ended up never planning on it, a young single mom who lost her home because of a mortgage crisis and all, and screwing around with her interest rates and all, as many people that are homeless right now can relate to. She was asked to be the vice president. I worked for her in the city of Philadelphia, trying to get her to end up as sheriff. And at Virtual Unknown, she won 25% of the vote under the Green Party in a heavily Democratic city, because she ran under the premise that if she became sheriff, she was not going to serve eviction papers on families for banks and insurance companies who profited the most out of the subprime mess. She was not going to do what was done to her. Hey, is that beautiful or what, folks? But she's the vice presidential candidate. Presidential candidate's a winner. Vice presidential candidate's a winner. I'm going out and working for him. I think I'm going to spend the summer doing that, or at least the fall. Because God in heaven, folks, if I vote in conscience, it throws it to the... Maybe, but you know what? At least you'll be able to wake up in the morning knowing if there's a piece of crap in office, you didn't cause it. And right now, both candidates, like, I don't know, like a poor man ain't got no laundry facilities, ain't got nothing but his one room and nothing and everything, and by golly and everything, washing his socks in the sink and didn't get around to do it between the two jobs he's working to stay alive and everything. So which stinky sock do I put on? Or maybe today, screw it all, I'll just throw on my sneakers and go barefoot. That's your alternative, folks. Which stinky sock do you wear? Or maybe go barefoot. Time to go barefoot. Just a thought. Hey, I don't want to be president. I never did. I announced my candidacy just sort of as a thing, just say screw them all. I was going to vote for Obama, but like now, I'm just so fed up with the two of them and everything's time for a change. Time to maybe just throw both stinky socks out and throw on just your sneakers and go out that way towards the world. I don't know. God willing and everything, maybe just I'll feel more comfortable in those sockless sneakers. But I'll know that maybe with two stinky socks and everything, maybe someday and everything, things will be well enough where I can throw them right the heck out my window and go out and buy a new pair of socks. So maybe it's time to take off the two stinky socks, throw on the sneakers, and go out and look for a new pair of socks. I don't know, what do they say? A new broom sweeps clean? Just a thought. John in Florida, your former presidential candidate, cashing out and back in the Green Party this year because I'm just another asshole We need somebody who actually is got their crap together and got an organization. And Green Party's really big in Europe. It's getting bigger in the United States. And it's our way of saying, hey, Democrats, you don't represent us. Republicans, you damn sure you don't. You represent the rich. And where's their happy medium? I know some very well-to-do people that are very ecological, and that's really a hinge pin of the Green Party is trying to keep our planet viable long enough for us to solve our problems. Keeping it viable as renewable resources, not wrecking our environment so we die before we make any change. Isn't that it? Between global warming and air pollution and water pollution, and God, we've got to stay alive long enough and keep our planet alive long enough for us to solve the other problems. Simple as that. This is John in Florida, alias fucking hippie, telling you I love you, I care about you, and I wouldn't even waste my time talking to you unless I felt you personally were worth it. Okay? Loving you. Peace out and everything. And never lose faith. Because there's a loving and merciful God up there that really cares about you. Truly. And I do too. I know you don't believe me, but really, someday we'll meet. Here and hereafter, right? But someday we shall meet. And you go, yeah, because we'll all meet up. I'll be part of the one, hopefully. And hopefully I'll be able to give you a hug. A spiritual hug, because we won't have bodies, maybe. Who knows? But anyway, I'll give you some kind of hug. A spiritual hug, a mental hug, an emotional hug, whatever. But I'll give you a hug and say, hi. Welcome to the fold. Here it is. All caring about each other. And we have no needs or wants, because we've cared about each other and we've taken care of those. Wow, just fantasy? I don't think so. Otherwise, I'll tell you what, would have given up a long time ago, unless I believed in a really merciful God above, and getting you to live, because you're starved of love, and you have love overflowing. You have so much love to give, and just don't know where to give it, and you need so much love and don't know where to get it. Trust me. That's why Jesus came. To tell you all loved. Really. Otherwise, why would God send himself in perfect form to show us how to live and how to love? And we turn around and kill him. He screwed his eye. He rose from the dead. That's a beautiful thing. That's what I believe. But we can get into a whole nother thing about historicity. I mean, there was over 5,000 witnesses that saw Jesus after he had lain in a tomb for 3 days. And there was people guarding the tomb. And he disappeared, then came back. After 3 days, the tomb was open. Jesus was walking around. And James put a finger into the hole that the spike had been driven through. And basically, when you have 5,000 witnesses in there, it's what they call historicity, provable history. And there was numerous Jewish historians that are extra-biblical, outside the Bible, that testified about Jesus and all that. So, I mean, don't tell me he didn't exist. And if you believe he didn't exist, fine. I respect that, you idiot. But we'll talk about this another time. But in the meantime, just at least go on the internet and check out Green Party and check out the acceptance speech for the new nominee and the vice president and what they represent these people as people, not the party. Screw the party and everything. I mean, the party's clean. Their whole platform is awesome. These two women are people I really respect. At least check them out, and then you'll feel like your vote won't be wasted. And whoever ends up president is going to end up president, regardless of who you vote for, right? Because if you're like me, it's already a done deal, okay? But at least you go to bed and wake up next morning and go, damn, I did the right thing. And you'll pray.